Hello, Anna Carolina.
Hello, Stephanie. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to know.
Good, good. And Carvalho, hello.
Hi, teacher. I'm doing
How,
great, thank
good, good. Welcome to class. It's good to see you.
Thank you, teacher.
Good, good. All right. And we should have more people joining us in just a little bit. But this is Idioms and Writing. So kind of a double duty class. We'll do some idioms, but also work on writing skills to help us learn the idioms. And Raphael, hello.
Hello, Stephanie.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. What about you?
Good. I'm fine, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Me too.
Good, good. I wanted to do this class earlier in the week. I was supposed to have time off from my other job, but they needed me to work after all. So I wound up not having time off. So I wanted, this was requested, and it's a fun class. I really enjoy it. And Anna Carolina likes it. So I'm happy to be teaching this class. And I think we'll just get started right away. So hopefully we will get to learn 6 idioms. First we'll look at 3. Spend just a little bit of time writing, using the idioms in context in writing. Going over the writing, and then we will repeat the process with hopefully 3 more idioms. So that's the plan. These are American idioms, so you may hear them in America and probably not so much in the UK or Australia or Ireland. And let's see, Julian, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Stephanie?
How are you?
Very good, very good.
Good.
Relaxed today, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. Same thing. It's been a nice, relaxing Sunday. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's get started. Let's get some idioms out and then get some writing done. These first 3 idioms are actually pretty related. So I'm excited to see what you write. But they all have to do with treating someone badly. So let's get to the idioms. Here we go. All right, our first idiom here. To string someone along. This is a really good illustration of stringing someone along. It means to lead someone on dishonestly. And here's our story. Liz had high hopes of marrying Dean. When he ran off with another woman, she realized that he was just stringing her along. She had felt very strongly about him and was really hurt to see that he was deceiving her and had no intentions of ever marrying her. All right, so to string someone along means to deceive someone or lie to someone. Usually you're offering them some sort of reward, promising them something. In this case, it would be promising the relationship. So that is our first idiom, string someone along. Any questions about this idiom?
Does it refer only to one people or one person, or can you also refer using plural with a lot of people?
I suppose you could use it with a lot of people. I think that would just be less common, just because it probably happens less often. But yeah, you could string along a group of people. And
Teacher,
yeah.
I have one question about the past tense of string.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the past of this
Good,
verb.
good question. This is irregular. It is strung, I believe, strung. So let's see. Yeah, here it was in the past continuous, was stringing. But in the simple past, it would be strung. He strung her along. And same for the past participle. So in a perfect tense, he had strung her along.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, great question. Any other questions about this idiom? All right. Good. So the second one is somewhat similar. Sell someone down the river. And this means to betray someone. Here's our story. I heard that poor Judd landed up. It should be ended up or just landed, not landed up. I heard that poor Judd landed in jail. Yeah, his so-called girlfriend sold him down the river and claimed the reward on him. I can't understand that. I thought she was devoted to him. She couldn't have been very devoted to him if she betrayed him and informed the police about his hiding place. That just goes to show you what people will do for money. All right, so sell someone down the river is to betray them, usually by informing someone else of something they did, or turning someone in. This one actually the origins of this idiom come from slavery, actually, American slavery. When slaves were literally sold to work and transported down the river to work in the southern plantation. So, any questions on this idiom, our second idiom? All right, let's go on to the third. Last one, and again, similar meaning. All of these are bad things to do to someone else. So our last one is to leave someone high and dry. And that means to abandon someone or to leave someone needing help. Here's our story. Say, Jill, I thought that John was going to help you do the dishes tonight. So did I, but he left me high and dry. Where did he go? Well, he got a call from some of his pals at work to go bowling, and he left me alone to do all this work without any help at all. Alright, so leave someone high and dry is to abandon them or to leave them needing help. Any questions on this one? All right, so it sounds like we're ready. We will go then to a Google document, and we'll take a few minutes to write a short dialogue. or a few sentences that illustrate the meaning of these idioms. So you can choose to make a little story, or you can just write a sentence that captures the meaning of the idiom. Then we'll go through those. So let's get to, let's see, is this right? There we go. And I'll share the link here. All right, there's the link in the Google chat. Here's a link in the Verbling chat. Let's see. Simone, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am not bad, thank you.
Good, good. Welcome to class.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, so everyone, click on that link and you should be able to enter the Google Doc. This is where we'll be writing our short dialogues or our sentences. If you're ready, you can start. As you can see Anna doing, please do exactly as she's doing. Put your name and then start writing below. But first, who remembers the idioms?
I remember the last two.
All right, the last two. Why don't we work backwards then? Tell me the last one.
Sorry, I remember the second.
The second one. Well, let's. What is the second one then?
Sell someone down to the river.
Yeah, sell someone down the river. Good.
Down the river.
Good. And what does it mean?
It means to betray someone.
Yeah. Yep.
In order to receive a reward or to get away with something.
Yeah. In order to benefit yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you, Anna Carolina. Does anyone remember the first idiom? The pop quiz memory test.
String
String
someone
along.
along.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good. Thank you. String someone along. Who remembers what that means?
To be deceitful, to mislead someone, to convince someone to do something wrong.
Yeah. To convince someone. Yeah, to convince someone to do something wrong. Or we'll just say to convince someone of something, because it could be you could convince them that something's good. Good. So misleading someone, great. And our very first or third one, last one. Anyone remember?
Leave someone dry and I don't remember.
Yeah, very good.
Dry, yes.
Yeah, and high and dry.
High and dry.
Very good, very good. And what does that one mean?
To not support.
Yes, abandon someone or something.
Yeah, yep, abandon someone, not support someone, leave someone needing help. Good. All right. So these are actually related. You could easily use them in a story, but it might take some time because they're also rather, I mean, they have very specific meanings. Let's start with 5 minutes, and we'll just see how we do. We can add a few minutes if we need to. But let's just see what we can do with 5 minutes time. So again, your task is to try to use each of these 3 idioms in a sentence or short dialogue. All right, so any questions or comments before we start? All right, so 5 minutes. If you haven't started, go ahead and start. I'll let you know when 5 minutes is almost over. Here we go.
Yeah.
Stephanie, could you spell the past tense of string?
Yes, S-T-R-U-N-G. And I'll put that in the chats too. There we go.
Because John had seen that I had to years ago. So as well, something terrible. Terrible. It's, it's broke down my heart. Um, living in Canada last year. There, you had you woman and beauty. False.
All right, it has been 5 minutes.
Yeah?
Yes, it goes by fast. Do we need a little more time? I think I'm still writing mine. Let's take another minute at least, and we'll see. So if you're not finished, keep going. Take another minute here.
I've done.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's been a minute. How are we doing? Ready?
I'm not sure if I used them correctly, but I tried.
Good. Well, that is how we will learn.
And I involved everyone in this class in my story.
Oh, fun! Yay!
Made up. It was made up, of course. And so, oh gosh, I'm so.
Great. It's going to be a lot of fun.
No, I don't. I'm not sure.
Well, let's see.
May I kick off?
What's that?
May I kick off?
Yes, except, well, I think the other two would like to hear yours because they are in it.
Okay, so
I was
yeah.
thinking, let me quickly read mine, and so then maybe they'll finish and they'll be able to hear yours better. Because they're still typing a little. Actually, no, looks like, are they finished? No, still going. Okay, I'll quickly read mine and maybe we'll be finished. So here they are, and they're pretty related, so I tried to combine them in a dialogue. First person says, "Why did you sell me down the river? I thought we were partners." And the second person says, "I ratted you out." Oops. Uh-oh. "I ratted you out to the police because you were just stringing me along. You were just stringing me along the whole time. You promised me half the money if I helped you rob the bank, but then you were going to leave me high and dry. I saw your plan to escape with all of it, all of the money." So there's three in a pretty related context. All right, so Anna Carolina, why don't you go ahead now? I think at least Raphael may be ready or maybe done.
Teacher, I think it's full of mistakes.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. That's why we're here.
Okay. Could you scroll down?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure. We had a test coming soon and piles of things to study, so we had gotten anxious, thinking about our exam and believing that no one was going to pass, unless we could do something else besides studying. My friend Raphael had a brilliant idea, and he strong, strong,
Yep, strong.
strong Julian Carvalho and I to develop what he named the best cheating plan ever. So we pulled it together, and everyone was supposed to study just part of the subject, and we made a very complex code to cheat on that test.
Uh-oh.
Everything was supposed to work out well, but to our disappointment, the teacher Stephanie caught me red-handed. Those classmates proved to be far rather friends, fair rather, sorry,
Yeah, there you go.
fair weather friends, because when the principal interrogated them, they simply sold me down the river.
Oh.
They thought that I had done it alone, and they had nothing to do with it. I felt really sad and I cried a river because I was suspended and they had left me high and dry. None of them said sorry and none of them stood up for me. We did that together and I was the only one who was blamed.
Very nice.
Rafael and Julian.
Funny, very funny. It's funny that
Stephanie,
you're the only one punished. Yes.
uh, what does hatched out mean?
Sorry, what was that?
You typed hatched out
Rattled out. Where?
in your
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, and I meant to say that. Yes, to rat someone out means to tell on someone. To tell on, to tell about something bad someone else did to an authority figure.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, great question. Um, and some good idioms in yours too. So, let's see.
Many mistakes.
Not too many, no. Really good. So we had a test coming soon and piles
Yeah.
of study. So we had gotten anxious thinking about our exam and believing no one was going to pass, unless we could do something else besides study. We would probably hear unless we did something else. Yeah, we would use a simple pass there. Not sure why. Something about the conditional structure there. Did something else besides studying. Good. My friend Raphael had a brilliant idea, and he strung Julian Carvalho and I. We need a long here. You could put a long here to string along.
Yes, I forgot.
Yeah, there we go.
I
That's
forgot
good, though. So, yeah, in this case, you're being manipulated.
by Raphael.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, that's a good way to think of this idiom. To string someone along is to manipulate someone.
Mhm.
So, very good use there. We would probably say called here.
Okay.
But
I am always using wrong called and named.
yeah, they're pretty strange when we use the different ones, but at least in American English, I think we'd use called here. Good. So we pulled together, and everyone was supposed to study just part of the subject. We made a very complex code to cheat on the test. It was supposed to work out well, but to our disappointment, I caught you red-handed. Haha. Which is a great idiom. I caught you in the act of doing something bad. So a great bonus idiom there. The classmates proved to be fair weather friends. This is another great bonus idiom for people who are only your friends during the good times or during the fair weather, the nice weather. Good, because when the principal interrogated them, they simply sold me down the river. Good example here of our second idiom. Good, then they told, we could say they told the principal or they said.
They told him.
Yeah, they told him.
Can you hear us?
That I had done it alone, splendid, and they had left me high and dry. Really good use here. So the relationship between the two is very clear. And then none of them said sorry, and none of them stood up for me. We did that together, and I was the only one who was blamed. Shame on them. So very good, Anna. That's it for as far as corrections go. Good use of the 3 idioms. And of course, entertaining, as always. Although I don't think Raphael or Carvalho would sell you down the river like that. Or Julian.
And I wouldn't cheat on a test either.
Of course not.
And if I would, you would never catch me.
I was going to say, of course I would catch you. Very nice. All right, let's see. Let's go up. Raphael, are you ready?
I think so.
All right, let's hear yours.
Sometimes it's difficult to rely on people who we meet for the first time, mainly because there are too many dishonest people all over the world. When you least expect, someone might string you along with fake promises of a fruitful reward, sending you and our mates down the river just to get some sort of advantage. Even with the simplest and silliest things, just to feed their pleasure on deceiving people. We must be aware when dealing with everyone who we meet for the first time. Otherwise, we could be left high and dry at the end.
All right, very nice. Good style and good tone in this one. And good use of the idioms, of course. So let's look at it. Sometimes it's difficult to rely on people who we meet for the first time. Perfect. Mainly because there are too many dishonest people all over the world. When you least expect, we would say it here, and I'm not sure why, but when you least expect it, someone might string you along with fake promises of a fruitful reward. Good, so this is a perfect definition of the idiom string you along. Good, so straight definition there, very nice. Next one, selling you and your mates down the river just to get some sort of advantage, even with the simplest and silliest things just to feed their pleasure on deceiving people. Good, so this emphasizes the advantage of the person who does the action in the idiom, so that's good. Then we must be aware when dealing with everyone who we meet for the first time, otherwise we could be left high and dry at the end. Sounds good. Yep, could be left alone and helpless, or could be abandoned or hurt by people. If that's clear. Let's see, there's just something here with these 2 sentences. I want to combine them somehow. Selling you and your mates down the river just to get some sort of advantage. I feel like this might read better with a comma. Some sort of advantage, even with the simplest and silliest things, just to feed their pleasure on deceiving people. I think that just might sound a little nicer. But great usage of the 3 idioms. Seems like they're clear to you. Any questions? All right, great. Well, let's go on. Julian, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I went out to dinner with a neighborhood friend neighborhood friend. After greeting him, I asked about his life because the last time that I seen him was 5 years ago. As well, he told me something terrible that broke it down my heart. He was living in Canada. There he knew a beautiful woman called Christine. She fell in love very fast, but she knew that, so she stringing him along for almost 4 years. She lived with him and at the same time stayed with another man. The words was the last year when he was left abandoned narco traffic in Chicago because Christine sold him down the river to his band to pay off an older bill with them. Thus he was alone and very sad for these 3 months because we left him high and dry during this terrible thing. I feel so bad, but I didn't help him at this moment.
All right. Very nice. Kind of funny. This isn't a true story, is it?
No, it's not a true story.
Okay, good.
No.
Good. It sounds fun. Very fun story. And good use on the idioms. I meant to underline them. There we go. All right, let's take a look. I went out to dinner with a neighborhood friend. I put a period there and start a new sentence. After greeting him, I asked about his life because the last time that I had seen him was 5 years ago. As well, he told me something terrible. I think we just don't need this. I think this is extra, and I think it's just not necessary here. So he told me something terrible that broke my heart. Which is a good expression for something very, very sad. Good. Terrible that broke my heart. He was living in Canada. We need a connector here, so we'll just use and. And there he knew a beautiful woman. He's the adjective form. Called Christine. He fell in love very fast. So in the past, we don't need the S ending. He fell in love very fast, but she noticed that, or she noted that. Or she knew that. I think knew that might sound really good, or noticed might have this meaning you're looking for. But she noticed, so she's, and we're in the past, so we are going to say strung him along. Good, so she strung him along for almost 4 years. She lived with him, and at the same time, she stayed with another man. So good example of stringing someone along. This idiom is used often with relationships.
Okay.
So very good example there. Nice work. All right. The worst was the last year when he was a slave,
For a
abandoned.
band? Maybe here is for a band? Yes.
For a band, yeah.
Okay.
Good. For a band of narco traffic. That's
Cants?
what we call these. Narco trafficker.
Oh, bad boys.
Yeah, we do. I just can't think of the word right. I do think. Let's just say narco
Pecans.
traffickers. Yeah, this is the word. Narco traffickers in Chicago because Christine sold him down the river to this band to pay off an older bill with them. Good. So here's our next idiom. Very good example of using it. So getting something in return for doing something bad to someone. Good. Here I think you probably would want debt, just because
Yes, yes.
because we're working with narco
Yes,
trafficking.
works better than the bill.
Yeah. And then let's see. Thus he was alone and very sad for this last 12 months because we left him high and dry. Great. There's our last idiom. During this terrible thing, I felt so sad, but I didn't help him at this moment. Or sad that I didn't help him at this moment. Good. So good use of our last idiom as well. That's exactly what you've done to him after selling him down the river. You leave him high and dry on his own, needing help. So good example there. Any questions? All right.
No.
All right. Great.
No, I don't have.
All three of you did a really nice job with those idioms. We don't have much time, but we can definitely get a few more in. Let's go back. We'll do two. We'll just look at the next two. See if we can get a couple more in. So here we left off. Next one. This one is actually related to the others. You can maybe add it into your old one, your previous one. Maybe I should have just included. We should have done 4. But we'll do this one. And this one I've never heard in my life. So we're going to skip this. Let's look at this one. Sell someone short. This is to underestimate someone. Here's our example. Just because he does not say very much is no reason to sell him short. Actually, he's a profound thinker and a most talented writer. People tend to underestimate him and not give him the credit he deserves because they think he's shy. All right, so if you sell someone short, you underestimate them, or you think they are not capable of very much when really they are. Or you don't think highly of someone. Any questions on that one? All right, this one I've never heard. Don't like it. Sounds like something else. So let's go to this one. Spill the beans. This is a good one. This is like let the cat out of the bag. Means the same if you know that one. Kind of a funny picture. They're all blaming each other. To spill the beans means to reveal a secret. Here's our example. Did you know that Harry was going to take Kathy on a Caribbean cruise? Yes, I did. He was planning on surprising her with the tickets for their anniversary, but someone spilled the beans. What a shame! That was supposed to have been a surprise. Yes, it's too bad that someone told her about the trip beforehand and ruined Harry's surprise. That's okay. Her enthusiasm was not dampened in the least. All right, so that's our second one, spill the beans. Any questions? All right, let's see if you remember them in just a moment. We'll go back to our Google Doc. And I'm going to scroll down. Maybe you'll start typing already, but I'm going to put these at the bottom under Anna Karolina's. So what was the first one?
Sell someone short.
Sell someone short. Good. And it means?
To underestimate someone.
Yeah, to underestimate someone. Great. And our second one?
Events.
Say it again?
It's a spilled events.
Yeah, spill the beans. And what does it mean?
Reveal a secret.
Yep. Reveal a secret. Good. And I'll type another one. Let the cat out of the bag. That's another idiom that means about the same. Great. All right, we only have two, but a short amount of time, so let's see what we can do with just 4 minutes. So go ahead and start writing an example. I'll do mine right here.
Because first, that's my mother. Um, Spillet. Actually, I'm Richard. Just say salt. Say fruit. And then
All right, it's been about 4 minutes. How are you doing, everyone? Need another minute, maybe?
yes, other minute, please.
Yes,
Only one.
no problem. Another minute should be fine.
Bracket.
I don't see Raphael's. Raphael, where is yours?
I'm writing. Just a minute.
Oh, okay. I just don't see it on here.
I've done.
You're done? All right, great. Let's go ahead then. I'll just again read mine super quick to give everyone else a minute or to read to hear yours too. Here we go. I just did a one sentence thing that included both. Don't sell yourself short. You are a fantastic writer and your new boss should know it. It's time to spill the beans about the novels you wrote under your pseudonym. So there's our first one. This is a very common form. We say it with,
Stephanie,
yes.
I didn't know that we could use spill the beans with a good connotation.
Ah, yes, you can. It's good or bad.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, good question. So good. Those are my two. Anna Carolina, why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me just. Yeah, there we go. All right, go ahead, Anna Carolina.
Hold on. There is a lot of noise here. I did not want to hire Julian because Rafael had sold him short to the company. But since they had narrowed down our options and the other candidates were not suitable for the position, Julian looked out and became part of our team. The first few weeks were dull because no one was willing to get along with him because of his bad reputation. Bit by bit, he proved to be a great worker and became one of my best friends. We were really get along, but one day Rafael spilled the beans and told him all things we had gossiped before. He backstabbed me, and when we had a meet to discuss it and confront one another, he sold me down the river. I will never talk to Rafael again in my life.
Good, good, good. All right. Nice work again. We're going to go super quick just because of time. But our first idiom here, sold him short to the company. Good. This is used when we are surprised. So later he turns out to be a good worker. So that's good. Good use there. I really don't see any mistakes. And then spilled the beans. Good use here. Spilled the beans by telling him all the things we have gossiped about before. We do have to have gossiped about before. Then we would put that in the past too. He backstabbed me, a good idiomatic verb. To discuss it, and he sold me down the river. Good practice with that one again. Nice, so great, both of them good. And I do hate to rush, but let's go on to Julian. Julian, will you read yours, please?
Okay. I was really angry yesterday with you because when we are at my mother home, you spilled the beans with her. You stole the cruise by the Bahamas at the summer. You know that it's the gift for his happy birthday. Her happy birthday. And then you bragged that you had done all preparative for this trip and sold me short trying to show her that you are very diligent.
Oh, nice, nice. Nice use of that one, especially. All right, good. Couple things really quick. You would spill the beans to someone, to her, by just told her about the cruise to the Bahamas. Um, to the Bahamas. Probably we would just say next summer. Good. You know that is the gift for his birthday, and we would just say birthday.
Her.
For her. Oh,
Yes.
yes, her, our mother, yes, her birthday. And then you brag that you had done, we would use probably our past participle, that you had
Okay.
done all the preparations. We're going to want preparations for this trip, and sold me short, trying to show her that you are very diligent. So in this case, the other person is taking all the credit for this present. Yes?
Yes.
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 Very good use of selling someone short. Good. So that you can kind of do this against someone, making them look bad.
Okay.
Good. So nice work there.
Okay, thank you.
Great. And super fast, Raphael, will you read yours, please?
Okay. When a reporter asks the tiniest basketball player what he feels about being sold short every game, he spilled the beans about his technique, remain unseen along the game.
Nice. That's very funny. Excellent use, our second idiom there. He spilled the beans about his technique. Good. And then this one, this is funny because it can have a literal meaning with this one. Usually this would be figurative, a figurative underestimation, but if you use it with a tiniest basketball player, it gets a literal meaning, like literal and figurative. So he's not treated well because he's so small, or he's underestimated. So that looks good. I don't see any mistakes in this, so very nice. All right, any last questions, anyone?
No.
No?
No, I don't have.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope those were some new idioms for you, hopefully useful. And I'll do another class soon, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week, I hope, if I don't get called into my other job. So I hope to see you soon, maybe in the next hour. If not, I'll see you when you have time. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
bye.
Good
Bye.
Bye.
Good day.